Hello everyone, my name is Manu Khawas and I am currently studying BIM at Janapriya Multiple Campus at Pokhara. I recently studied my Ielts at Miracle Institute and I gave my exam at March 20 and the results came recently and I was able to score 7.5 at Ielts. So today I would like to share my experience with all of you at how I prepared for my Ielts, and especially at writing part of the Ielts I scored 7. So I was expecting a little more, like from 7.5 to 8, but I'm also happy with my results. So I'd like to share with you about how I obtained that marks. Okay, so now I would like to speak about writing. So as you all know, I obtained a score of 7, and which is not really easy job, as we all know how tough writing is and how hard it is to score good marks in writing. But it does not mean that we are not able to score high marks in writing. So for that we need to follow some tips and tricks which I would like to share with all of you today. And I believe that all of us can obtain good results if we follow these tips on a regular basis. So as we all know, writing consists of grammar, so we need to make sure that our grammar is really well. And so as we all know, it is not an easy job to score high marks in writing, but if we are able to follow some tips, then we can surely score good marks in writing. So for that I'd like to share some tips for you guys which will help you to score good in writing. So the first and foremost thing that you should know about writing is that your grammar must be really good, as grammar is the most important thing required for the writing to be good. Then you must make sure that your grammar is good. But if you feel that your grammar is not good or is not of high level, then it might be a serious problem. So you must focus on improving your grammar first, and then you can focus on other things. Talking about other things, that would be improving your word power and vocabularies. Uh, Including grammar, word power and vocabularies are also really required for good marks, for obtaining good marks in writing. So for that you can improve it by doing many things, such as reading newspapers or novels or any sort of other books or magazines. You can also improve them by surfing through dictionaries and learning a lot of new words every day. So the third thing that you might need to improve would be the expression or the style of the writing that you use. It is also one of the most important quality of writing, which might help you in improving your writing score and help you in achieving a much higher score. We read a lot of newspapers and articles and magazines every day, which are written by a lot of writers and authors. But one thing that we find in common is that not all of them are same. All of the writers and their writing styles are different, and they use different kinds of words or different kinds of expressing their words. So for that you also need to develop your own kind of writing style and expression. Grammar is important, your word power is also important, but expression and your style of writing is also important. It is important to see how you present your writing in front of others and how you write here. While learning and studying Ielts, you should not think that you are doing it just for the sake of Ielts, but you should feel like you are doing it in order to improve your English. As we all know, Ielts helps us to improve English in all of its 4 important branches, which are listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So these 4 are really required for our English, for the improvement in our English. So now I would like to share my experience on how I used to practice for my reading test and how I improved in it. So for reading, it is also similar to writing. You should read a lot of newspapers and magazines and different articles, as it helps to improve your reading qualities, and the vocabularies you can also improve in it. So while reading, make sure that you are focusing on the important part of that reading passages. And also now there are about 13 to 14 books are available of Cambridge, so make sure to finish all the passages which are in that book if you want to improve your reading. So next I would like to speak about listening. As we all know that the sole purpose of listening is to find out whether you are able to understand what the English speakers are saying or not. So as we also know that a lot of people, different people have different accents according to where they are from, and if you are going or visiting abroad in terms of study or in terms of any other things, then it's really necessary for you to understand what the native speakers of that place are saying to you. So for that, listening really helps you a lot, but you should not only rely on the Cambridge CDs that are available on the institutes or various stores, but the most important thing that I would like to suggest you to do is to listen BBC news and interviews and all sorts of other things. As we all know that BBC consists of all those British people who speaks their British accents, and we can understand them through their interviews or their shows and their reporting. Then we are easily able to understand our listening and are also help to develop our listening abilities. So this way you can improve your listening, and because of this also you can score really high on your listening test, and it will also help to improve your IELTS score. And the last topic that I want to speak on is speaking. So during studying IELTS, what I have found is that most of the students who are from English medium schools, they take speaking for granted. So the first and foremost thing that you should know while taking speaking practices or speaking test is that you should never take it for granted. Speaking is a hard topic of IELTS and it should never be taken for granted. As we can also see that most of the students from Nepali medium schools or from Hindi medium schools, they tend to get shy and afraid of speaking in front of others. So they should remove that habit and they should remove all their shyness and afraidness that they feel while speaking in front of others. And the one thing that you can do for that is speak and practice a lot. So you can either do that by speaking yourself at your house, or we also, as we know that this is the generation of science and technology, so we have internet available in like everyone's home. So you can also watch a lot of YouTube videos and you can improve your speaking. And not only that, you can also speak to your teacher and ask for advices with him or her. And you should also try to speak in front of mass groups of people, so that can really help you in improving your English and your speaking. And lastly, the one thing that you need to know is that speaking is not only for IELTS but is also applicable while going for your visa interviews. And lastly, the one more thing that I would like to add is that speaking is not only for IELTS but it is also applicable for visa interviews. If you are planning to study abroad or visit abroad, then you must need to convince the visa interviewer who is interviewing you, and for that you need good speaking qualities and good speaking abilities. If you are shy or afraid kind of person, then I can certainly say that you will not get visa. You will not only also score really bad on IELTS, but also you will not get visa. You will also not get visa. And the most thing that I have seen is that the students with good scores in their IELTS or in their other examinations or tests, they are also not able to get visa, as they do not have good speaking qualities and good speaking qualities. So in conclusion, I would like to say that IELTS is not easy. It is a really tough subject, and one thing you must need to know is that there is no any kind of shortcut for passing IELTS with a good score. So you need to focus on all the subjects of IELTS: reading, listening, writing and speaking. You need to practice a lot and also focus on improving your speaking and your listening abilities, reading, and likewise your writing ability. And with that, I hope that all those students who are appearing for their IELTS examination, do good, and I hope that you will be able to achieve good score. Thank you very much for watching my video.